Jesus Christ, this is really annoying. Stream, work, please. Please. The one time. I don't know, I guess maybe the companies with databases weren't expecting the year to change to 2021. So now they're experiencing issues. Maybe. And finally, it loaded on my end. Yay. Alright, so I tried starting the stream before and it wasn't working because of internet connectivity issues. I'm positive that it's probably going to happen in this stream. So please bear with me on that end. My internet is not cooperative today. I actually just closed Discord and so far I'm running decently well. So far. Alrighty, so I want to sort of have like a discussion in the stream and talk about what we should do moving forward with SoNY. Somebody fucking with my Wi-Fi right now. I really don't appreciate it. OBS, please stay above 2500 kilobits per second. I think everybody, including myself, will greatly appreciate that. Who the hell is consuming this much internet? Jesus Christ. I keep seeing the kilobits per second in the bottom right corner of my OBS keep jumping from like 2500 down to 0. Oh yeah, it's not good. With these connection issues, it makes it so difficult to actually stream, so I might not be able to have a stream today, or I might have to postpone it a couple hours. Like, I'm trying to do something here, and internet goes, yeah, no, that's not happening. Alright. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to try and open up Discord again. I put the antennas on my network card up. Is there a Windows update installing? That's very likely. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. I actually don't want to go to the Update and Security tab because we'll start doing it as soon as I click on it. Yeah, last checked 53 minutes ago. Checking for updates. Fucking A. This is why. Or at least part of the reason. Alright, so I'm gonna hop into VC. And we'll have a conversation. Probably hop on the dev map so I can show you some of the things that I've been working on within the last week over this winter break before I have to go back and do school again, which I'm not very fond of at this time. Check, check. 1, 2, 3. Test. Radio check. I'm on Discord, but I don't hear any Discord sounds. But nobody else seems to be replying. I don't see anybody's icons lighting up. There it is. Alrighty. So here's the question of today's stream. Where do we go from here? So far, me and Blig have to discuss a couple of conversations regarding various topics. There's some users out there that want to get their bans appealed, so we're going to have to work on a case-by-case basis. It's going to be a slow process because I'm going to basically let the Founder Advisory Committee have a say on the appeal acceptance or denial. So that way it can be just not something that comes only from me, where it's more of a sort of community vote as to unban certain users. We will continue to be very strict on our stolen assets policies. That is a definitive thing that's going to happen. And last month we started using BlocksLink to track assets, so we can actually see assets in if people have any type of assets in their inventory, even if we can't physically look at their inventory, which I greatly appreciate being able to do because it helps people who might be hiding something or stealing. So it helps us to find them and just say, hey, get those assets out of your inventory because they're not your property. Moving forward, we definitely want to sort out a lot of the administration policies. We definitely want to start working on some more department policies, and overall just getting the departments ready to go. FDNY is off to a very slow start with the academy at this time. So far we're on session 2 out of 10, and we're stuck at 3 and 4, which are the medical sessions. So, as a temporary solution, what I'm considering is removing the medical sessions from the first class temporarily so we can get them through the actual hands-on fire training and then put the medical sessions closer towards the end. So, yeah, like I said, in terms of documents, we definitely want to get some more of our policies and things out of how we operate, what our goals are, where we want to be in terms of moving on in the future. Just have it written in words, set in stone, so that way everybody can see it at any time and reference that. We definitely want to pick a very clear and focused path moving forward. Over the last 2 years that we've been working on the game, we've sort of been up and down. So I want to really sort of focus on a specific direction that we have to take in order to meet our goals that we want to get to in the future. And that is where the community will come in today. I really want to hear some feedback from you guys, and if you guys are watching the stream and you have some people who would be interested in getting involved, pitching in their feedback, I know that I restarted the stream and we lost a lot of people because of that. Please be sure to send them the stream link, get them involved, because I really want to hear more community feedback during today's stream. And then I will also go on to the developer map and show you some of the changes that I've been working on within the last week. And they're pretty exciting, actually. I see Blake in the stream chat, but if you could join general and just, that would be very helpful. Alright, so the first thing that I really want to talk about in the stream is the thing that a lot of people seem to skip over when we announce it, or just don't know that this is a thing in general. SoNY has developer applications open 24/7 where you apply. If you get accepted, you become a probationary developer and you start building projects. However, there is what is called community contributions, where even if you're not a developer or your development application gets denied, you can still send models if you really want to build for SoNY. And sometimes, if you do that, you might actually get a letter from the development team requesting that you join. You would just have to have all the proper, materials, like a Trello account, because we use Trello to organize our development, which, by the way, you can find the link in the important links and information channel of the SoNY main Discord. But community contributions are something that I would recommend because it means that you don't have to wait for me to review your developer application, because I have a record of not checking the developer applications very frequently. So it would be much better off if people would just do some different development projects, contribute something to the map, and I'd be more than happy to add it as long as it matches the sort of style that we're trying to go. Basically, you can go around the SoNY map, look at some of the buildings that some of our probationary developers have already made, and go from there. And the building doesn't even have to be based off of a real one. I would prefer if it is, but it doesn't even have to be. It just has to have the New York style. In terms of interior, that's also optional. If you have interior in the building, though, that means that there will be more availability of places to go for roleplay scenes, like interior fire operations or NYPD barricaded suspects or so on and so forth, where you have somebody who's inside a building and the police department has to get in and stop them. So it would create more roleplay opportunity for those buildings that do have interior. But once again, if you're a community contributor, that's not a requirement. But I would greatly appreciate the help from the community, because I know that there's so many people out there who have asked, "Oh, how can I build for SoNY?" That is the way that you can do it. Those are the two options that you have, and you can do both at the same time. You can apply and start sending community contributions. Because if you do that, and then I look at your application later, I say, "Oh, this person seems really interested in developing because they've already sent me some buildings to work with, and this is their building style. Is it what I'm looking for? Yes? Okay, maybe I'll accept." So overall, that should be the way to go. In terms of the fire department, the Fire Academy is still not open to new applications, which means that you cannot join the FDNY for a little while. The applications will not open again until such time that the current Academy class that is in training now graduates the Academy and gets certified. Then those people will be able to apply into the actual department with their certification, and then they will be ranked to a probationary firefighter, and we'll have people to go on a shift. So a lot of them will be assigned to either ladder 24 engine 1's quarters, or they will be assigned to engine 8 ladder 2's quarters as of now. It is possible that if more stations are added soon, that could change, but for now, that is what we're looking at in terms of where we're sending the probationary firefighters that just graduated the academy. Yes, Cookie, I will add the updated Crumbler Bakery into the game. That will happen. In terms of NYPD, the department is still not yet open, and it won't open until such time that the curriculum for the Law Enforcement Academy is completed. So basically, the same way that the Fire Academy works is the same way that you'll be able to get into law enforcement departments. The Fire Academy is where you go to get a fire certification. If you want to get certified for EMS, if you want to join the FDNY EMS, you would go to the EMS Academy. That has not opened yet because the curriculum is not behind it. The same thing applies to the Law Enforcement Academy, where if you want to join any law enforcement agency in this Roblox group, you would have to go through the Law Enforcement Academy, get your certification, and then you can apply into any of the law enforcement departments like NYSP, Port Authority, NYPD, so on and so forth, with your law enforcement certification. Keep in mind that not all of the law enforcement departments will be open by the first class. The main one to come out will be NYPD, and then it will move towards either Port Authority or New York State Police coming out next. Following that, you would see either Corrections or the Sheriff's Office. And then those will happen sort of around the same time. Corrections and the Sheriff's Office, as well as the Port Authority Police Department, are going to be some of the smallest law enforcement departments. So you really have to be good at your job in order to get into those ones. This Roblox group is SoNY, for those of you who are wondering. State of New York. Alright, so I think that's it on terms of the department ends, unless I think of something else moving forward. Billy, do you have anything that you want to talk about?
Our law enforcement be structured and everything, and On our end, we will be, the whole purpose of SoNY is what? Serious RP and realistic RP, especially in the New York sense.
Yes.
So if you're somebody who's interested in law and New York law and all that type of jazz, you'll be pleased to hear that our law enforcement will basically be based around the penal codes and everything of of New York City. So we will be bringing a realistic aspect to that, hopefully, eventually.
Yeah, and with that, we will actually part of the policies and all that and such is sort of the laws, aka the rules of the game. So essentially, it describes what is an arrestable offense, what is a citable offense, like where you can cite somebody for illegal parking, for example. But an arrestable offense would be, murder, shooting an officer, such and such. Um, so basically, those policies would detail sort of what the laws, quote unquote, of the state are. And we will, in order to make that policy and document, we would actually reference the real penal code for the actual New York state. Of course, this means that not everything in there is going to be 100% accurate because we do always have to make modifications to accommodate Roblox roleplay. But we want to try and be as close as possible while still maintaining the Roblox RP aspect of it. Because we can't go 100% without violating Roblox TOS if you talk about certain illegal substances or illegal sort of actions. I'm not going to go into details to what those specifically are, but some of you might know. Um, like not good stuff. Okay. So we want to stay within the Roblox terms of service in terms of what sort of RP and callouts that will actually happen in the game. So that's where those policies would come into play.
Quick question.
Go ahead.
Like just normal civilian jobs, like a taxi service, running a business, etc.
Yes. Civilian jobs is something that I really want to add because as of right now in the game, there's like nothing for civilians to do besides drive their cars around. So if you're not in a department, you can't do a lot. I want to change that. So on the Trello right now is actually a plan for a taxi system where civilians will be able to drive a NYC taxi around the map and get funds from other players by selling taxi fares, basically, where you give somebody a ride in the yellow cab, drive them off to wherever they want to go, and you get paid for the distance traveled and the time it took. If the user gets out at any time, it will basically, if they hop out of the car while the car's moving, it will still take the fare out of their pockets. So that way you still get paid even if they bail out of the car before you actually end the ride. That is an idea that I really want to add, and I think it would give people something to do, and it will also give them a way to make money in the game. Now, that money could be used for sort of in-game items, like maybe buying food, buying weapons, if you want to do some crime, or even just protect yourself from crime. That's what the in-game funds would be used for. Of course, the expansion of Game Pass tools will be added moving forward. I've already been testing for a little while a Game Pass for a boombox, but I want to do some tweaking and modification to the actual boombox itself before the Game Pass gets released. Some of the tweaking would basically be like a GUI improvement. Right now, it's the Roblox default, Superfly Golden Boombox, whatever the hell the full name of it is. But I want to sort of make it custom a bit to SoNY, and maybe even have something where you have to interact with Boombox Guy on the block behind the Empire State Building in order to get said Boombox. I think that would be a really clever thing to do for the game, where you have to interact with the AI player, sort of.
And jumping off of game passes, each game pass is not really going to give the player. We're not planning for game passes to give player a really a huge advantage. Like, for instance, if there's for whatever reason, for example, a gun game pass, you're not going to get that gun game pass right off the bat, like as soon as you spawn. Like, you'd actually have to go through a process to get that firearm, or so on and so forth.
Exactly. And somebody in the chat actually mentioned SWAT and tactical agencies. As of right now, we have plans for 4 of them. The law enforcement agencies of the New York State Police would have SORT or CERT. Oh, hang on, do they? Yeah, it's SORT for New York State Police, yeah. So NYSP would have SORT. Port Authority Police and NYPD would have their Emergency Service Unit, ESU. And we also have our parent group, the USA, United States of America group, which has the FBI under it, which means that they would also have a tactical team in the future. So there would be 4 total tactical teams available in the game later on. But obviously, we can't have tactical teams unless we have running officers, so that goes back to the whole academy, setting up the documents, and overall just getting people trained in those to get those certifications to join the departments. So let's focus on getting the main stuff done before we actually start doing some of the specialized divisions. The same thing applies with some of the Special Operations Command units of FDNY. Some people have been wondering, oh, Poke, make the satellite unit, make the high-rise unit. There's a reason why I haven't done that yet, but I you know damn well I really want to do it. I really want to build those trucks. But I need to focus on the main units first, and we still have a tower ladder to go, and a tiller to go. And then I just started, if you guys saw the last 2 streams, I just started the 2020 engine, because Engine 8 got replaced very recently in real life. So overall, the focus of the game, or the core of SoNY, is really sort of a gray area right now. Moving forward, I want to start clearing that gray area and make it a definitive black and white. So it's clear as to what we want to do here, what our intentions are, what our goals are for this game, so that way we have a timeline. The timeline would help us organize, collaborate on projects, and get things done within a pacing. So that way, you know in this community that there's an update every so often. There's these features going to get added. There's this feature going to get added. There are some changes coming up. So that way everybody in the community is always informed of what is going on. This is no Child Fun and Games ERLC roleplay group. This is no UD Westover. This is a group that we want serious and sort of accurate roleplay. This is not for everyone, I'll be honest. Not everyone is interested in taking the time to do the trainings. I fully understand that. Not everyone is interested in paying for game access with Robux. I fully understand that. But we want to be accurate. We want to try and have less obstructions of people who don't have good intentions in the game, where people will troll, people will try and intentionally break a bunch of things in the game just to make everybody's experience poor. I want to get away from that. I want to make this game a strict sort of roleplay group, but we also have fun here. You guys in the VC can all vouch that we have had a lot of great times sitting in voice chat, playing in the game, and the game's not even finished. And so far we've already had a little bit of fun in that. So it's fun because it's realistic. It's fun because it's accurate. And you learn a lot through our training sessions because we are referencing a lot of real life material. And we have a lot of people who are related to FDNY firemen in this Discord in real life. We have a lot of people who are real firemen in this Discord. We have some people who are police cadets in this Discord. And all of us come together because we want a different type of Roblox experience than games of the past. This includes Mano County. This includes ERLC. This includes Police from NYC.
That's not to say that the other groups aren't fun.
Right. What makes them fun is their availability, their ease of access. But what makes this fun is the role play. That you don't have to get mad at people who are intentionally trying to break the role play as frequently. Like in Fire Sim Coastal Heat, where if you respond to a call and you have these guys that like park on top of your trucks, do all kinds of crazy shit with putting out the fire, it doesn't feel fun after a while. We want everybody to have some sort of professionalism, but we also have fun. That's the main thing. So this group is definitely not meant for younger Roblox players in terms of like anybody under the age of 13. For the reason being, especially that we will utilize Discord frequently. And according to Discord's terms of service, you have to be 13 or older to have an account. And that's where all of our applications, that's how we communicate with each other, that's how we announce different important information. Discord is the most useful tool that we have in SoNY.
And that's also a kind of a fair warning as well that yes, we're going to get realistic to an extent, but like say for instance, like we talk about medical, for instance, once you get into the higher certifications, we may start implementing like actual pictures and videos of equipment and possible actual trauma, which could get graphic at some point.
Obviously, that channel will be marked accordingly, so that way nobody who's not interested in seeing that type of stuff won't be able to not. They will have the option of not seeing it. But if you are truly interested in doing that in the future in your life, this is a great place if you want to start getting a little bit, sort of dip your toes into a virtual version of real life procedure. It's not going to be 100% accurate, and it's not going to be 100% to whatever area that you live in. But it will give you an idea of how everything happens. Because as much as I dislike Mano County, being a part of the MCFR in the time that I was, when we were trying to make our curriculum realistic, and do all that and such, where that knowledge actually came in and applied to what I did in real life, where I learned about the basics, like what a hook is, what the irons do. And then I went to the firehouse, and I'm like, I know what those tools are for. And of course, you're not always going to know 100%, but at least you have a general idea of how everything works. And I think that was very helpful. In SONY, you can get pretty much the same experience, and that's what I want to go for.
And of course, a major part of our goal is that, and what's really a blessing with this community is that you have all these real life cadets, actual firefighters, EMT police officers, and we're always fact checking our information. And Poke, you can especially vouch for that. No matter what the curriculum is, no matter what the item is, we're always vouching it to try to be as realistic as possible.
And it's not only the try and be as realistic as possible, we also try and be very transparent with our operations. We will let you know what is happening in the background with our administration. We will let you know what is happening in the background with our development. That has always been one of the top priorities of this state. Whereas you're not going to see that in a lot of other groups, where we want the community to get involved with as many things as possible, because the community is what makes us us. The community is what makes SONY. And without the community, we have none of that. That feedback, that input. Like, you never get punished for saying something like along the lines of, oh, I don't like this, but here's why. So, like, if you can if you have something against, like, what a change that we made maybe, or have some ideas for moving forward, we are always more than happy and more than willing to listen to the feedback. And if we say, if we say, oh, well, we can't do that, we will usually explain, here's why. Here's why we made this decision. So you say, okay, understandable, such and such. So we try and be as transparent, and we want the community feedback. That is very important in this group.
Looking at chat, I know there's a question somebody asked earlier, if I can find it. Will we be looking at implementing Department of Transportation and these other departments? And to answer your question, that is definitely in our plans. And repeating what Polk said, our main priority right now is kind of focusing on the core departments. But in the future, we're definitely looking at in Department of Transportation.
I'm looking right now.
Department
We
of Health,
actually have a
Commerce.
Discord set up for Department of Transportation and Department of Health.
Department of Commerce.
Yeah, Department of Commerce will be under the USA group. But essentially, what the Department of Commerce it will do, according to our plans moving forward, is when the game is more built up and we have businesses and buildings in the game that are all open, what happens is that we will consider something like Mayflower, where they have businesses that can be basically rented out by players and do various sort of operations. It will be the same thing here, where we have thought about allowing players to, sort of rent out some space in the game. Whether that be maybe an advertisement billboard, because Times Square is huge with that. That would be something really fun to add. Like Times Square billboards, or even just floor space in the game. It might be a fun thing to have. Development-wise, we have been working extremely slowly. It has taken a very long time to get to where we are now. Moving forward, I want to be able to work a little bit faster than what we have been, at least. Moving forward, we need to change the way that we look at the development team and the way that the development team operates, which is why we recently changed our development policies and procedures. So every probationary developer, every full developer, such and such, any developer on the team every developer on the team has to submit a progress update within a given amount of time. So I'm extremely flexible with the hours or the time period that is given. But I really want to get the development team on track, because we've had cases in the past and still a little bit before we made the policy change, where we have some developers who genuinely don't do anything. We've had people who get accepted onto the team but then don't contribute any assets to the team. And we have come up with some procedures now where all I want to see is a progress update. That is all. So a progress update every so often, and overall just a submitted piece of work. So that way I have something to add to the game for the next update. Now, updates are released approximately once every month, depending on the type of progress that happens. It could be once every 2 months, depending on the type of progress that happens. The Alpha 0.0.8 update released in early December, and that is currently what version the game is on now. Alpha 0.0.9 is in the works. But I do want to add much more features to it before it is released. Right now, it doesn't feel like too much has changed, so I really want to try and start expanding onto what we have currently before a new update is released. I will show you what Alpha 0.0.9 looks like right now, later on in the stream to show you some of the things that I've been working on in the last week for the game. And you will definitely see it as soon as the loading screen ends. I'm definitely telling you that. We do have the development Trello, like I mentioned earlier. And the development Trello is... There's a lot of projects on it at this time, but not a lot of progress on said projects. Moving forward, these projects must be completed for this game to operate sort of independently by itself, without having to have admins in the game to do sort of commands to get access to things. Because right now, the only things that you can do if you're in the FDNY group is drive to the firehouse, get on team by clicking on the firehouse door, and then you're in the firehouse, you pull up the MDT, you can force spawn a call, you can respond to the call, but then you get on scene. And it's when you get on scene that we have a problem. Because right now, there's no way to actually put out the fires in the game. That will change within the next 2 to 3 months. That has to happen. As a temporary solution, I might try and get the water can working, so that way you put out any of the fires with the water can, but the pump system is the real challenge. The pump system is the real task.
It's taken us multiple months of testing.
We've done various testing on sort of like a water meter for the truck, and setting up the hydrant wrench on top of the hydrant. But the hardest part is the hose lines themselves. I've already modeled them. They're already done. But it's the scripting element of it that actually makes them work. Right now, they're just models that are sitting there for show. But what I want to do is expand the functionality. On the Trello, there is a list of the current projects, with the pump system being I believe the second or third from the top, meaning that it is one of the highest priority projects on the list. I will pull up what that says very quickly. Give me 1 second. Here are the specifications for our pump system, and when I tell you that these are pretty intricate, I definitely mean that. Quote, the FDNY needs a pump system for all their pumper apparatus that is able to connect and intake supply lines from open hydrants, and discharge water through connected attack lines held by firefighters. The system must be able to run out of water after 5 minutes of consistent spraying if the truck is not connected to the hydrant and someone sprays water using that truck, either a deck gun or attack line. We want to make the setup and operation of lines or pumping realistic, so they require a similar setup and usage as you would do in real life. There's a part 2 to this pump system as well, which was suggested to us by King of Gold 55, the standpipe system. A very important feature of New York City firefighting in real life. That is a definite requirement for what we do here in SoNY. The standpipe system. Quote, high-rises are commonly equipped with standpipes located within the stairwells. Firefighters should be able to attach high-rise packs, which will be located on the fire trucks themselves, to the standpipes to form working attack lines. Pump operators should be able to flow water into the standpipe from the ground level using an FDC, which is an acronym for the Fire Department Connection. Which, if you look around Manhattan, they are everywhere, and I mean everywhere. You can find them at sidewalk level of a lot of buildings in Midtown, definitely. So the pump system is one of the most challenging projects that we have at hand. And that is something that we need to get done within the first few months of this year. So I need all developer hands on deck who are assigned with this project, including myself, obviously. I will be working on the pump system, trying to get these connections and overall just what I call checks and balances done, where we'll check to see if certain things are active or enabled and do those various features based on those conditions. The highest priority thing on the Trello list is the FDNY Fire Academy. There are a majority of the probationary developers on the team right now that are currently on that team create. Starting after the current round of the development assignments, I will be assigning a few of our probationary developers to the Fire Academy projects. The Fire Academy is very important and will definitely boost the speed and efficiency at which our firefighting academy can teach and operate. It will allow us to configure custom fires in various training scenarios and buildings to ensure that anybody who goes through the academy will be prepared for what is to come in the game. Those buildings are very necessary to the training operations. The stairwells, the interior, the locations for setting up the fire, those are very important. So overall, getting the academy done, the academy place done, is very vital. Right now, we've been doing very well teaching in the game, but the game is not that built up yet, which is where we will struggle when it comes to teaching some of the hands-on fire tactics, because the game is not built up with a lot of buildings in the game so far. So when we do the Fire Academy, that is where we will have the buildings and the training location to be able to do things. The FDNY tools are also very important because you can't put out a fire without the right equipment. Getting the tools done is very difficult because each one has to do a very particular task, trigger animations at various points, and overall it is a complicated thing to implement and do it properly. If you've seen gameplay of Emerge NYC, you'll know that you can pull off the irons as a married set, and then when you go to a door, you can force the door using both of the tools. We also want to do something similar to how that system works, where you go up to a door and the tool will do an animation where you'll pull the door open. It is very difficult to do that in Roblox with my current knowledge of scripting and animation, which is why moving forward I definitely want to try working on my skills and doing some things that I don't typically do very often. You all know me as a big fire truck developer, that I can build a lot of buildings very well. If you've noticed recently that I've stepped back from doing those sort of building projects, I haven't been working on making too many new fire trucks besides when I'm streaming for you guys, for the reason being that recently I've been working on scripting and GUI development, which is part of what I'm going to show you later when I get on the current version of the game. My plans for GUI development are all over the place right now. The taxi system that I mentioned earlier needs a GUI. The police dispatchers need a GUI to be able to send calls to their units. The police department needs something to be able to communicate or look up records. The FDNY MDT is also, even though that GUI is already finished, is also going under various improvements. I will be adding a dispatch GUI for the that communicates with the FDNY MDT, so that way you can keep track of what units are available. And the MDT buttons will actually send signals to that GUI to tell dispatchers or chiefs, who will also have access to that GUI, what is going on. So overall, I'm looking forward to a lot of the plans that we have and getting them implemented into the game as fast as possible. However, the problem is just the amount of time that each of these things will consume and the level of difficulty that each of these things contains in terms of getting the projects done. All of these sound like great ideas when I say them here, but when you actually start sitting down and doing the systems, it becomes a very different story. So I want to focus on doing those systems and trying to get them done to make the game more immersive and more interactive with the users. We've gotten several suggestions of just overall doing something with the civilian team. That is where that taxi system comes in, and that is where these buildings with interior that need to be added to the map are very important. It allows for roleplay scenarios, people to own different apartment buildings or locations throughout the map that they can go to, maybe buy weapons, buy food, do some roleplay, do some chatting, have fun with friends, and overall enjoy themselves while playing the game. Anyone else want to add anything right now? I'm going to give my voice a rest. It's all quiet.
I guess.
Oh my god, why am I getting thrown into group DMs? I hate getting thrown into group DMs. Stop adding me to group DMs. Please stop calling me in Discords when I'm in the middle of doing something. Oh yeah, that's that's another thing too. Guys, I know that you guys have a lot to say. I know that you guys have a lot to share with me. But please don't berate my DMs while I'm trying to work on projects or schoolwork. Especially with trying to call me in Discord just to tell me something that only lasts like 5 minutes. Please, I would appreciate it. We have people in the group that you can go to ask questions, or you can just post something in the main channels of the SoNY Discord. Now, I read every DM that I see. Even if I don't respond to it, I read every DM that I see. So please understand that I'm very busy. I'm trying to work on this game, trying to get everything done. Please don't try to take up too much of my time. Now, that doesn't mean that I say, oh, don't contact me at all, don't do any of that. But please keep your questions direct and straightforward, so that way I can get back to you as quickly as possible, because it helps us on both sides. You get your question answered quickly, and then I can get back to developing new features and new projects for SoNY. All right, somebody said, I have a question. Will there be a CAD system where you can see every player's records, even if see if they have insurance and such like that? That is part of the record system that I mentioned with the NYPD. That is the record system, where you can basically run a plate. A plate ID will be assigned to every user who joins the game, and we store it via something maybe along the lines of data stores or something like that. It would be somewhat intricate to implement and keep track of all that player information in terms of, license plate numbers, previous records, but it is something that I have plans on adding.
I do want to add one thing, kind of in general.
Go.
Please, for the love of God, before you come to our DMs, check important links and information.
Yes. The important links and information channel in the SoNY Discord is where you find all of your important links and information. That includes developer applications, different policies and procedures that we have in the state, anything that is important or contains information that you might want to know, or anything that you might be looking towards finding, like residency applications, the band groups list. A community survey is also there if you want to give me an idea of where we should go from here via the survey. You can do that through there. Please check important links and information, because you'll probably find the answer to your questions there. If you have any questions related to SoNY or my channel on YouTube or something along those lines, or if you're looking for me to develop for you, please go and watch the FAQ&A video. FAQ&A standing for Frequently Asked Questions and Answers. That is where you can find 20 different questions and a ton of information to answer those questions. So that would be the first place that you check. And if you have any further questions, the people that you go to would include the ICF team, the development team, or just anybody sort of lower on the totem pole before you start contacting me or Blake.
The amount of people I've thrown out windows is insane. Oh crap, we're still live.
So definitely offer your suggestions for game development in the SoNY development Discord. That is where any bug reports go. If you see any issues that happen in the game, I would really love to know, so that way those issues can be fixed. Just tell me what happened, or what the problem is, and then what exactly sort of steps that happened prior to that problem occurring. It would help me out a lot in terms of fixing the issues in the game, because every game will have issues or problems, and we want to resolve them as soon as possible here. The suggestions channel is also there if you want to leave different suggestions for the group, or for the Roblox development of this group. But do check the Trello first, because a lot of the time people suggest the same things. Everybody wants special units and new vehicles for the FDNY. Obviously, the important ones are in the plans.
And of course, the link to the development Discord can be found in important links and information.
The link to the development Discord can not only be found in the important links and information, it can also be found in the archive developer updates channel. And if you click the top right corner of your screen where it says version alpha 0.0.8 or whatever version the game is currently on, when you're inside of the SoNY game, you can look at that, and it will give you the invite to the Discord and also a list of the change logs for that current version, as in what was changed from the previous version to the one that you're currently playing on.
There's also a change log in the development Discord and in the main Discord.
Exactly. So overall, we try and give you all of the information for what has changed, what is happening, what is going on throughout our Discord's servers.
If you want to stay up to date with the current statuses of the developers, what's all the new features coming and going, of course we have 5 channels dedicated to that in the development Discord.
So in order for people to not get berated with tags every time we work on a development thing, when I'm in progress of doing it, that is why the development Discord is completely separate from the main Discord. Anything related to the actual game development of this game is in the development Discord, of course. That is where you find new pictures of features that are currently in testing, new updates, changed logs like we mentioned earlier, and overall suggestions, bugs, community feedback on the actual game. The main Discord is where we handle sort of the administrative side of the rules, the guidelines. You can also post references in the IRL NYC Pictures channel in this server if you have anything that we can use to improve the accuracy of our game. And the main Discord invite can be found in the in various places. You can go on my YouTube channel and look in the description of any video related to SoNY. Typically, you'll find it there, especially the alpha release trailer. You'll be able to find the invite to the main server there. I keep getting pings from another server, and I'm not happy. Alright, what I'm going to do very quickly is take a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. Blig or anybody else, if you have anything to say about the game or any feedback or suggestions, go ahead and say before I get back.
Alrighty, howdy y'all. Just gonna look through chat here for any questions we made. NYPDC unit or Marine unit. So Marine unit is definitely not out of the equation. Of course, we're going to be that is something we'll have to look later on to down the line once our core features are made. But that is definitely something we've been taking a look at. I know we've actually taken a look at and possibly have completed the FDNY the vessel for FDNY. I don't remember the exact name off the top of my head. If somebody in chat or VC wants to scream at me real quick. Is there a company called would there be a CAD system? So I think Poke already touched on this. So we are looking at an MDT system. Oh yeah, Poke already touched on this. I'm blind. Is the chat fixed? I don't. Batman, if you could kind of elaborate on that. Is there going to be in the future players started fight? That is a possibility. Of course, that is it's not out of the equation, but it's something we've actually never discussed fully yet. I mean, as of now, we have to first solidify our main fires, our AI fires, our vehicle fires in a way. Stay tuned for that. That's something in the works. NYPD Air Sea Rescue. That is definitely a Poke question. Air Sea Rescue units. That's something that would have to go towards Poke on that question. I'm also taking a look in Discord. Is there any questions in Discord?
Hello, I have returned.
Oh, Patterson here. Here's a question that we were asked: are we getting an air sea rescue unit with NYPD?
NYPD has both helicopters and boats, which are utilized in various water rescue operations, as well as just general aerial services or general water services. We currently already have a boat for NYPD that Simply Hunter has kindly given to the group. The same thing applies with FDNY, where we have the main fireboat as well as a smaller 20-ish foot fireboat as well.
Helicopters are definitely going to be a future thing.
Helicopters will be very important.
Of course, when we talk about including any air vehicle or something, there's going to be massive restrictions on it.
Yes. Most of the things that you do when it comes to getting access to vehicles typically requires particular type of certifications for specialized vehicles.
And of course, any aircraft, that is
definitely
a very serious topic. If you thought getting into FDNY was hard, you do not know the process that we're going to be placing behind
Also, I explained this to somebody who was asking questions about it fairly recently, so I'll do the same thing on stream. Okay, so the FDNY Academy, when you graduate, you're not going into a squad or rescue company right off the bat. Most people will go to, like I mentioned before, either Engine 1, Ladder 24, or Ladder 2, Engine 8 quarters. From there, the more advanced probationary firefighters, or ones who have served for a little bit of time, will then transfer to more dominant companies, like Engine 54, Ladder 4. If you're a really good engine person, you might go to Engine 65 because there are lone engine quarters. That is where I would send somebody who has really good skills when it comes to engine operations, like pumping, stretching the line, fighting the fire with the water. For dominant truck company people, you would probably go to Ladder 4, Ladder 2-5, or Ladder 8. Because those are more of the singled out truck company, or no, not, at least not for 4's case, but for the other two, yes.
And of course, go ahead, folks.
Now, from that dominant company, you continue to train, get your more certifications for, let's say, rescue operations or high-rise or something along those lines. Then you might be able to transfer into a squad company. From the squad company, once you serve a decent amount of time there, sort of get through the ranks, get additional training, then you might be able to get into the rescue company. So it's not easy to get into the group in the first place, but it sure as hell is not easy to get onto rescue. And that is a good thing, for the reason being that we know that the rescue and squad company are the most highly praised companies in the real life FDNY, and we're going to replicate that here by making sure that they're the highest trained and overall the best of the best, truly reflecting the reputations that Squad 18 and Rescue 1 have in real life.
You get bonus points if you can drift the rescue.
All right, some more questions. I don't know if you answered this yet. Any info about NYPD ESS Truck 2? Truck 1 and Truck 2 will be twins, so once I build one of them, I'll duplicate it and basically make the other one. But those are E1 cabs, completely from the ground up, so once I do more FDNY trucks, that might come to fruition whenever I get a chance to do that. Obviously, ESS trucks are special units, so not the main priority, but definitely a really nice piece of apparatus to add into the game. Regarding the EMS topic, will there be emergency vehicles from different organizations like Mount SoNY? Okay, about this.
Out of all the EMS companies, you put Mount SoNY.
Mount SoNY is a very dominant private EMS company for the hospitals in Manhattan, especially. Mount SoNY, I definitely do not want to add into the game.
Welcome to Europe.
For the reason being, for those of you who don't know, Mount SoNY in SoNY is sort of like how AMR is in other groups like SOCA and Toronto, where AMR is sort of a joke in those discords for the reason of the way that they respond to calls.
AMR can't drive for shit.
Mount Sinai is no different, whereas AMR can't drive or use the sirens properly. Mount Sinai is a little bit contributing to the reason that the New York City Council wanted to switch all emergency vehicle sirens to high-lows. That would not have been good.
It's actually a video of the EMS of a high-low.
Poke, I have suggestion. You should add ICF helicopter.
Why would ICF have helicopters?
Yeah.
Catch and deport illegal immigrants.
That's what DHS is for.
There is no DHS right now. No
Well,
give
there's
us
a DHS group under the USA group. It's at the same level as FBI.
no helicopters now.
Of course, FBI and DHS are kind of put on hold.
So private EMS companies are great and all, but that's where the Department of Health might come in and allow that. But I think that we should really give those sort of medical jobs to FDNY EMS. I think people would be much more satisfied with that over some of the private EMS companies, because sometimes different EMS organizations like private and the paid FDNY don't want to cooperate, and other times they cooperate really well. But I think I really want to focus on the actual FDNY, the medical organization that represents New York City truly.
I don't know, Puck, if you want me to get into kind of what's our goal with medical and group.
All right. So I definitely want to add more information to the Trello to give us more projects to focus on. That needs to happen. And we also have projects that are currently in testing, including the aerial ladder system. The aerial ladder system is what I have been working on the most within the past week before the new year. So by the end of 2020, I successfully completed a working edition of the ladder system. Some features are still left unfinished, like the tracking lights, because those physically need to be modeled and designed and then scripted. But otherwise, I believe the entire ladder system is done. Now, this does not mean that it's done for tower ladders or the tiller ladder. That will have to come later once those things are actually modeled, and then I'll be able to get a better understanding of how they work and how I should make them work in the game based off of real life. So, are you guys ready to see what sort of changes are coming in the future?
Yes.
Org GMs.
Insert circus music here.
No, that is Vancouver's theme song.
Yes. If you guys don't understand the joke, check out 2 streams ago. If you look at each channel, it's gonna be 2 streams.
No, I think it was 1 stream
Well, technically 2, because this stream's technically
not counting the failed one earlier today.
Yeah, if we don't count that, then it's 1 stream ago. Just watch the first 10 minutes.
Let's switch over to the Roblox tab. SoNY is officially loaded. Now you notice that I spawned in a slightly unconventional location for this map. This is part of the changes that I've had in the plans for a while. Alright, I'm going to tone down some of the audio here. Oh, we got a blue car. I thought we got purple for a second. There is now a brand new civilian spawn location. The original one by the corner of Central Park at 8th Avenue and 59th Street has been removed from the game. This is the beginning to the new addition of the civilian spawns, which I've had in the plan for a little while. Originally, civilian spawn was over here, but now I've moved it closer to 8th Avenue and 46th Street. So, essentially what happens is that in New York City in real life, there are various 24-hour parking garages that are open all the time, that you can pay a certain amount and park your car there. And most of them are underground, at least in terms of Manhattan especially. So, I want to reflect that, but use those garages as civilian spawn locations that are located all throughout the map. Several civilian spawn locations in different areas of the SoNY map. Each one with its own little individuality. So each garage would have its own sort of style or such and such that would signify it as that particular one in that location. For now, this is the first to several garages that are soon to come. Now, these spawn locations are very important for the reason being that if you have somebody who goes down there and starts spawn killing or doing something like that they tend to do in a lot of roleplay games that are similar to SoNY, where now it will randomly spawn you outside of that area in a different civilian spawn, rather than just having a single civilian spawn that everybody crowds in. Now you can come. Now you start off into this civilian spawn. Oh god, Jersey has a flamethrower.
Jersey, give radio, please.
No.
Now, if you remember what I said about the Boombox Game Pass, I actually have it, as you can see here. So, because I've been testing it, even in the developer save, I still have the Boombox Game Pass. So that is what I'm testing and working on, trying to see how the Game Pass scripts and stuff work in Roblox, and overall just getting a better idea and trying to expand my knowledge. So that is the first major change of Alpha 0.0.9. The other major change of Alpha 0.0.9 is that we have begun testing the new ladder system. So I will show you guys how this works by driving to Predamonger and testing the system for you guys. Alright, who's playing music? I can't actually allow that. I'm being serious, I'm streaming. Right, so, the other major change, the ladder system. Here we go. Let's show you how this works. So, this is not only based on a GUI here, where I can do this, but it is also key binded by using the less than, greater than sign, and then I can use M to change the mode, because the less than sign is going to go out, but if I hit M, it goes in. So the same thing applies for the greater than sign, where the greater than sign is down, and the greater than sign after you press M to switch the mode will be up. So you can extend your outriggers to whatever position that you like. Essentially whatever works based on the scenario that you have that your chauffeur has parked. So here we can put the outrigger down a very particular amount of 0.57, whereas mainly the full overall movement of the outriggers would go all the way down to 1.3. Now from here we get into the ladder control, which can also be manually controlled through the GUI as such, but I can also do it through key-binded ways, so I don't have to click on the buttons on the GUI. Alright, so without the high-low sirens, it works much better. Alright, there is also an emergency air horn button available on the GUI. Where you can hit the air horn through the ladder controls in case you need to alert whoever is on your crew to get out of the structure for whatever reason. That would go as follows. So, here we can move the ladder up using the keybinds, WASD, and then E to switch the modes from up and down to extend and retract. Now, the outrigger GUI and the ladder GUI can all be moved to wherever you want on your screen. So I can click and drag this and do all this. Right? I can move it to the top left corner. I can move it to the bottom left corner. I can move this wherever I would like to. So in case it's in the way or there's something else blocking the GUI for whatever reason, you can very easily pull up the ladder controls. And it looks like we've made it just past the roof. And you never want to rest the ladder on the roof itself. You want to go just above because the weight of the firefighter will push the ladder down. And that's real life. That doesn't actually happen in game, I know. Sad. Yeah, that's quite an extra extension there. But now we can access the roof of the buildings as long as the roof is within a particular height that the ladder can actually reach. Now, you may not have noticed though. Is that Cookie? I was wondering because nobody actually has their SCBA packs on that they're trying to play the... Alright, so those are the new features into SoNY. Another call type has also been added at the Predamonger. where you can actually get an automatic fire alarm. So this is the typical call that everybody is used to if you've played the SoNY game with us online, where you can see this here. It will give you all the information, and Jersey can light everybody else on fire. That's great. So there's the fire call here, but there's also a smoke condition here, and there's also an automatic fire alarm here. So there's a very different variety of call types for this one location. So that means that there could be false alarms too. So overall, much more call varieties in progress, and new audio files for the dispatches will also be uploaded when I get more calls into the game. Because right now, the smoke condition and the fire alarm both come in as a fire in the restaurant, but that needs to be changed for the other two types of calls. Overall, I'm hopeful for this year. I think a lot of us are after the terrible year that we had with 2020, although we still have to continue off of where we left off in 2020. So this year, starting off, is definitely going to be very, very slow, very, very boring. Moving forward in the year, I begin Fire Academy in fall as well as college. So my activity levels will greatly reduce during that time period because I'll be trying to balance going to the Fire Academy and getting certified as well as going to school. It would be very difficult for me to be able to work on this game a lot of the time, I believe. I don't know what my schedule will look like, but I think it would be very possible that I might not be able to contribute to the game very much during that time period, which is why I really want to get this game more self-sufficient by the end of this year. 2021 is going to be very busy, it is going to be very tedious, and I'm going to put a lot of work into this game and school, and just overall trying to expand my knowledge in real life. That comes both firematically and in my general education of trying to go to college and get a degree. And then whatever job I get moving forward too. So, time is not cooperating with me moving forward. So I want to get as much done as possible. Oh dear. Jersey, why would you do that? Blig,
Start the new year with a bang.
Blig, look what he did.
I need help. I am stuck.
And Blig just grabbed the medical frying pan and is about to beat Jersey. Yes, I've demoed the officer controller, but a lot of people don't know that that exists. But if you're a lieutenant plus in the FDNY group, you can sit in the officer seat and actually control the sirens. and Rumbler EQ. Blig. Cookie's trying to be a bumper ornament.
Wait, let me burn him, let me burn him. Hans, I got the flamingo.
Why would you teleport to me in the middle of driving?
Damn, nice skills.
As me and Brian both go to hit the Rumbler at around the exact same time. Now, believe it or not, right now I'm not hitting the sirens at all, and this is all Brian controlling it at this time. And fucking ESU truck decided to slam in. This is the type of trolling and stuff that I was talking about earlier in the stream. We don't want anything like that to happen on a regular basis, which is why we want to set the rules and guidelines to prevent that. So, 2021 is going to be very slow, and later on in the year, I'm going to have much less time on my hands than I do now. So I want to get this game to a more self-sufficient manner, where you can respond to calls, put the fires out, deal with the calls, and then return the station and do it all again. Really just automating our systems. And it looks like ladder 25 is going to be acting ladder 4 for today. NYPD driving the wrong way. Fire call idea, car fire in a parking garage. That is actually something that I said in VC to Jamie when I joined yesterday. Jamie referring to FDY ladder 120, Jamie, not Wallace. Yeah, that happens, Cookie. There has also been some texture updates to this version of the game as well. You may notice some of the new textures that are on this station in particular. Right there, and right there. I believe I showed these in the last stream, but I'll do it again. The new texture on the garage for Ladder 2 and Engine 8's quarters. And overall, just improvements in various small areas, including the tribute to Captain Hatton on 43rd Street, right here. And also the nicknames of the avenues. So for example, here is 7th. There's some signs on 7th that say Fashion Ave. And I put that in the Times Square area. And on 6th Avenue, there are signs that say Ave of the Americas, because 6th Avenue is commonly nicknamed Avenue of the Americas. So, with all that we've talked about in the stream today, I appreciate everybody who listened to some of the ideas that we have and just asked some questions for the group. If you guys want to do another stream like this sometime soon, I'd be more than happy to, and talk about some ideas for the game. Because, like I said earlier, the SoNY game, the most important part, is the community, so the community should be involved in making a lot of these decisions. So I really want to hear feedback from you guys. We are just over 1,000 public watch hours from being eligible for monetization on YouTube. If you guys could help me achieve this goal, this would be absolutely amazing. For the reason being that the money that gets directed towards me from YouTube would go directly back into the channel and improving the quality of the videos that I produce, getting more features, such as maybe paid games, like anything that you guys really want me to play on Steam or so on. So that way you guys can watch more streams and get more content at a better quality. So any money that I make for the channel will be directed back towards the channel itself. And overall, SoNY is still a very quiet game. And we're going to change that. We're going to make more calls, more places to go, places to explore, new departments, new opportunities. This year will be a long one, but we'll make it an exciting one. And it looks like we just got a call now. It looks like I'm not assigned to this one. I'll still roll 25 though.
I have a quick question.
Go with the question.
So, will there be like automated cool. So, like, uh, so something like a car crash, or you know,
Well,
something not caused by aliens in game.
car crashes are player based, and that is something that I also have plans for as well, which is why I mentioned earlier that I would be editing the MDT, which is already completed, for the reason being that player based calls will also be a thing, where players will be able to go to various call boxes, which I will locate throughout this, which I will place throughout the city, and they will also be able to have a phone system eventually, which will allow them to call 911 and basically self-report emergencies at various locations in the city.
Okay. And then will there also be like hazmat callouts?
Yes, that's the whole point of adding Hazmat 1 into the game. Right now we have the second piece in progress. So Hazmat 1 will have its own Hazmat calls, and Hazmat scenarios will also be created by the players.
Alright.
Merge NYC video coming soon, not with this PC. Although I would be very happy to talk about some of my feedback on Emerge NYC as a whole in a video. I did a little bit of that in the last stream. And there goes the engine passing right by the fire scene. I guess they didn't want to go the wrong way down traffic, though. They should be coming around the block. Yep, there they are. Alright, I think we've made it to the roof. It's very hard to tell from this position, but it looks like we did. And we did. Let's give it some more rungs at the top, and we're good. Oh, actually, wrong alignment. There we go. That green light came on my GUI, so that means that the rungs are aligned, so that way it's easier to climb this. So you see that the multiple fly sections are on top of each other, but it still looks like one ladder. And Rescue 1 is on the box.
Fire alarms going off the side. How nice.
Uh-oh. That sounds like a real queue, but Rescue 1 is already on location. That might be squad.
I had to.
Alright, first due engine is engine 1. Engine 1 is already on scene. 2-5 is here because it has a working ladder.
Need 2 more engines, 1 more truck, and battalion. Well, 1 more battalion in a division. That's a 10
54 is on scene. Engine 8.
We need ladder 24, 65.
Batman said, Poke looks like an ice cream man from the back. Bruh. But then from the front, it's a firefighter.
Get 20. I'm gonna get division 3 actually.
The new or old one?
I'll get the new one.
The new one that's currently missing a texture on its door. Unfortunately.
Actually, I'll get the old one.
Easy fix, though. I already have it fixed to my truck map. I'll just have to re-add that into the game.
Get down to division 3.
Something that I also was working on within, like, the last 2 weeks is a helmet shield system. So, right now on Ladder 25, if anybody is a captain, lieutenant, or firefighter in the FDNY group, if you sit in any one of the seats on this truck, you will get the helmet shield for your rank, as well as for Ladder 25. And then if you sit in a different truck, you would get the helmet shield for that truck. That is one of the new systems that I'm implementing to all of the fire apparatus, including chief vehicles. Any firefighter through captain who drives in a chief vehicle or rides in a chief vehicle would get the chief's aid shield, and any battalion chiefs would get that battalion number for the car that they sat in.
Poke, I forgot how to spell developer.
Somebody asked, what game is that? Is it free? The game link is... I should really add it to the stream, shouldn't I? But the game is SoNY, State of New York. And it is not free. This is currently 150 Robux for game access. The Christmas sale ended 2 days ago, where it was 75. Oh. Squad second pieces here. Damn it, Blig, you're not supposed to use the real Q. That one doesn't have it.
If it's got a real Q, I'm using it.
Yeah, the real Q is on there for testing purposes. I know that Squad 18 second piece doesn't actually have a real Q on it.
Oh, screw it. We're putting a Q on our...
Squad 18 doesn't have a real Q on it, but I added that because you can't have a squad company without a real Q. At least the second piece you can get away with not having it, but this main unit, no. Alright, so this is where the roof guy from 25 would go up, check the roof. The roof is all clear. Most of the smoke is coming from the front of the building by the windows and doors. It's all wooden trim, so that's what's on fire right now. But a lot of units are arriving because of its confirmed fire status, so it is a confirmed 1075 to this box. And who is that? Is that 24 truck?
I thought I could fit, but I realized I can't. So I'm gonna go all the way around.
Yeah, that looks like 24 truck. Did you make the FD vehicles? Yes, I did. Painstakingly, but it was worth it. There it is, with the bull horns on it. Ladder 24.
I'm gonna get engine name battalion 8, and that's 1075. for all hands.
That's a negative.
Oh, no, wait. One more engine is needed.
Yes, you would need to get 65 here for 1075. Hey, Poke, what about the helmet shield? About the helmet shields, what will happen to SOC vehicles? Special Operations Command of units have very particular helmet shields or are overseen by other companies. So, for example, Squad 18 Second Piece and Rescue 1, those are both Special Operations Command vehicles, but Squad 18 Second Piece is run by the members of Squad 18. Rescue 1 is Rescue 1, that's to be expected. But for units like Satellite, Satellite 1, you would get the helmet shields for either Engine 1 or not Engine 1. You would get them for Engine 9 or Ladder 6.
I think it's engine 9 that transfers them.
Yeah, Engine 9 would be the one in charge of the Satellite. For Collapse Rescue 1, you get 25 shields. Yeah, because you basically pull guys off of the main rig to take the secondary rig. That's what Squad 18 does with their second piece. That's what Ladder 25 does when they need Collapse Rescue 1. So you basically like take 2 guys off the main truck, because you have a crew of 6 for a lot of the Manhattan companies. You take 2 guys over there, put them on the Collapse Rescue, and have them drive it, and then both trucks are there. Yeah. Ladder 25 would come and pick up Collapse Rescue, and they would have their helmet shields. Yeah. Because I don't think SOC actually has its own shield. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think. Because Rescue Battalion has one, but I don't think each SOC company, like special company, has its own helmet shield. It's sort of like, Rescue 1 gets the blue with the 1. Squad 18 gets the yellow with the 1-8.
The manuals are dying right now.
Oh, there's Hazmat. Hazmat second piece is here. Holy shit. Look at all the units on this scene.
2 more, and that's all hands, and that's actually
2 more?
well, engine and battalion.
Yeah.
I just bought 6 5.
You need 4 engines,
3 trucks.
squad, rescue, 3 trucks. You don't really need the hazmat units over there, but I guess they're here for a suspicious call. Perhaps the materials aren't safe.
So 24 will be the fast truck in this case.
Yes, their third due truck, I believe. Let me check the MDT.
Well, they're first doing MBT, but in this
Oh yeah, on MDT they're first due, but in this case, 25 arrived first, ladder 4 arrived second, so yeah, 24 would be the fast truck. I can script police cars, but I need to learn how to make the lights rotate. Those are very intricate welding and motor scripts.
To answer your question on why Hazmat second piece is there, because first piece isn't made, and we decided to put Hazmat on here, because why the hell not?
Oh. Spare engine 8. .2020 rig in progress.
let me take many pictures of this.
Oh geez, look at this.
One more unit and we're complete. I really want to bring 2 truck right now.
It's a lot of units.
Imagine a second alarm.
Why did Mano just DM me and say Imagine streaming and not letting me know. Did I not say at everyone in stream announcements? Mano, did I not say at everyone in stream announcements, like, twice?
I don't know, did you?
I did. Alright, let's throw some screenshots in game photo album. Here comes Battalion 8. Hey Poke, I got a big question. Ask the question.
The truck was requested to not being allowed to.
Why do you have 2 chiefs there but not even 1 ambulance? That's because there's only 1 ambulance in the game, but it's not finished yet. I've put my focus more towards the fire side over the EMS side. Because, I will be honest, I'm not very good when it comes to medical. Is that another ladder? Oh, jeez.
Who's dying?
Looks like ladder 2's here. Blig bought the spare rig and I said, looks like ladder 2's here. Spare rig's not done yet. That's why it has the placeholder ladder.
Who brought the spare?
Blig. Oh, look at Rescue 1 and Squad 18 right next to each other. That looks really nice.
We're dumping the entire city. It's also funny because we have no ammo, nor do we have 1 LEO unit on.
I could hop in game and get the ammo in like T-minus
Yes.
5 seconds.
This is like a sidewalk full of people, but it's a bunch of fire trucks on a scene.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Please hold.
Are you dispatching during my stream again, Awesome?
No, I'm talking to you,
Aw.
but yes, I am working.
Bruh.
I'll try and mute whenever I need to do crap.
Yeah, who wants to climb that? Why are NYFD stations so close to each other? Well, number 1, this is Manhattan, so they're literally everywhere. Number 2, this is a scaled down version of Manhattan, so they're even closer to each other.
And number 3, it's FDNY, not NY.
It's FDNY, they have the money for it. They have the money to sustain them. That's what the comment said, so I quoted the comment.
I thought they said
Wait, what
NYS.
comment?
Ladder 2's not working.
Oh, Poke, you added the new song. Thank God. You added the normal, not.
Yes, it's not Christmas anymore, so the next update removes the Christmas song.
Oh, and we spawned
We also have to
underground.
remove the snow.
God, I
We
missed
also
this
have to remove the snow next update. The snow has to go bye-bye.
Ladder 2 is not working.
That's fine. We've already... Wait, no, I just realized Brian said ladder 2's not working, but ladder 2's Ferrara truck never works.
Looks like I'm bringing Battalion 12.
Hey, what?
So that's why we already have the spare on scene. Ladder 2's not working.
Car spawn. Hey,
No,
Poke,
you mean
Hey, what?
it's underground.
Poke, where do can I still spawn the our FDNY EMS?
Yeah, it's at the same location. That hasn't moved yet.
Cool.
And the Silverado is still back. Like real Silverados.
Mr. Pooh.
So,
God, why is it so far now?
I haven't started on Hazmat 1's main piece, but I started on a second piece because I already had the cab done for it a long time ago. So I just had to build the body, and now I'm doing the textures and the light bars and a little bit more detail.
So, Card, something really weird happened when I reset.
What?
I turned into your avatar. I kid you not. I just my avatar went poof, and your avatar said, "Hi, how you doing?"
Can we just take a moment to realize the monstrosity of scene parking we have here?
Yes.
Oh, seeing as I'm about to get on scene, it's gonna even.
Although, to be fair, this is what actual FDNY scenes look like. It's just trucks all over the place.
It's just hell on earth.
Going all different directions down a one-way street. All the lights are on.
Wait, but
You got rescue. You got to hear rescue squad and hazmat saying "fuck you guys" and going the other direction.
Yeah.
And you got the drunk FDNY EMS just.
All the SOC units are like, fuck y'all. We're coming up on the wrong way.
Yeet.
Rescue one's cab and easily dubbed. Yeah, that's true. Although, what I might do is redo the Ferrara cab to add some of the new details that I've added on the 2020 that I'm working on.
oh god, what the heck is this scene?
But, we'll see. We'll see.
It's not really UC because Poke's eventually gonna say "fuck it" and actually redo.
Oh no, I'm redoing all of these fucking rigs again.
There's like 25 versions of each rig.
Yeah, and I'm actually gonna make a real Marauder 2, dedicated Marauder 2 for the 08s and to like 010s.
I did it. Just about every unit in the game says attitude. The real attitude.
Oh yeah, Battalion 12 is here, I'm guessing, so now we have a 3rd battalion. Oh my god.
Requested. I think that's actually
We're starting to get into a second alarm here.
Drift. Please tell me you got that on stream.
No. I was on the other side of the the block.
Oh yeah, you changed your name.
Oh yeah, look at you put the 2 trucks that have the new SLRs right next to each other. Look at these ones.
Like, please tell me you saw the drift I made.
No, I want uniform.
Compared to the old ones. The old ones are blue.
Like, picture me walking the 25 truck right here with the SUVA on. This will look good.
But where's my
Fuck, I got trucks everywhere. I'm in the bumper of the squad.
You're gonna bomb squad. Did I just hear that correctly? You said you were gonna bomb squad.
Wait, Brian, I'm gonna hide your name real quick, and I'm gonna take like a cinematic screenshot.
It's like this videos where they record them walking to the scene. So good. I'm gonna start from Battalion 12. Come on.
Sir, are you...
Alright, Brian, stand next to 25, facing towards ladder 4. Alright, turn towards ladder 4 a little bit more. There we go. This is how the SoNY Alpha trailer was born.
I remember that.
Coordination.
NYPD.
Can I ask you a question? My question is, how in the actual world are you going to return those to the stations? Continuously laughing. Very simple, my friend. Very simple indeed.
We have spawn button.
Cheating.
I haven't seen the bell catch it. They actually look really nice.
Alright. I'd say that we've been on this call for long enough. Let's clear it.
Mars, nobody needs EMS. There's no one inside. You're bad. Get out of here.
This is an unoccupied structure with no interior.
Yeah, I have a medical frying pan.
I have a nightstick.
I have a Halligan somewhere on one of these. I have a Halligan.
You have bleak guidance.
You don't have a Halligan in an ambulance.
I have a lot of drugs.
Get the hell
Okay,
out.
you said that over stream. Clip it. Clip it. If I were you, I would delete them all with F3X. Well, yes, that would be a much easier solution than what I was thinking, but we still have a pretty easy solution. We returned one unit from each quarters to its quarters, and then press the respawn button for the other ones.
Poke, I'm not gonna live that down, am I?
Yeah, that's getting clipped. Somebody's gonna send it in the Discord later.
I accidentally ran into a fallen star.
Alt F4 is the easiest way to return vehicles to the stations. Yes, as long as everybody Alt F4s at the same time, which unfortunately won't happen. How did you get so many FDNY online? That's because we have a couple chiefs here that are just, responding with rigs, resetting, going to another station, and then doing the same.
Drive a civilian car. Sadly.
And then you have the drunken.
Wow, Blake did it the easy way. Damn it.
I have an idea, so I don't drive a car, so
How to get Poke demonetized 101, just say what I said.
Medics finally arrived. Took them long enough.
you have to do it really fast.
Medic was on scene before.
Was it Mars?
I bet I can be louder than ladder 25.
You want to me have to do it really fast, so I can just reset your stations.
Cat.
Get in, Blake.
Poke, you're going down the wrong.
No, I'm not. The stop lines are in the proper direction. I'm not going down the wrong way.
Hey, wanna race? Oh god.
All the trucks are gone. God damn.
Okay.
I was
Oh god.
Oh, engine 54, we have an ambulance on fire just outside of your quarters. Verbal on 46th Street, K.
Oh Christ.
I'm walking to the station.
Not this shit.
Oh,
God
oh.
damn it.
Oh no, oh, that's an ambulance.
You have to do it really fast.
Nothing,
I can just reset into the station.
nothing.
Wow, this medic's getting really heated.
I was,
Can I just go into Bay Poke? Can I just go into this Bay?
No.
61-year-old male, abdominal pains. Okay, so
There you
either colon cancer or
Can PAPD get a thing that gives people a long test? They only get if they've played Mano County for more than 40 minutes, and if they get it wrong, they get kicked. What?
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 What? What? Do you want some of my drugs? I have drugs. I think I'm gonna win this.
Awesome. The FBI will be knocking on your door in 2 seconds.
Oh fuck.
One
Yeah, I'm saying
is
this to an NYPD officer. I have drugs in the back. Look. There's morphine, there's ketamine, there's you're getting
Pope,
abductedine.
look at the meme channel on the
Yeah,
Wait.
there's cocaine. Don't worry about the cocaine. There's Benadryl. There's a ping in SoNY.
Because when I click on the door, I sign into that one station, and I can't reset any rooms.
Oh, Mano clipped it. Card what? Oh. NYPD is trying to make a traffic stop of a Ford Fusion that appears to be illegally parked.
can you spawn NISP car?
Why do we call ambulances?
And reckless driving. NYPD, get the Fusion, get the Fusion, get the Fusion.
Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.
Imagine using a ladder truck in a station that has a working ladder truck. Yeah, that's why you would use the ladder truck.
I am back.
Ambulance.
That's-
Yeah.
Wait, since when was this flag here?
What?
Since when was there a flag here?
See, Mano wasn't here earlier in the stream when I explained that I added new textures to various areas of the map. You also failed to notice this right here.
I just failed I failed the test of life. Mano, you're cunt for clipping that, by the way. Because I'm never gonna live that down.
Alrighty then, so I think I've explained a bunch of the stuff about SoNY. Do we keep the stream going on? I got a yes from Cookie.
Yeah, do it. Try and get some roleplay going, Poke. You should have gone into the actual server.
I know, but I wanted to show the ladder system and all the new changes. That's why.
Imagine calling me and I call.
What if we did a game night stream later?
Yes.
Maybe like a PF Phantom Forces or something like that.
Who has the ESU truck?
The medic has abducted Cookie Crumbler. To get him back, you must
You can have him. You can dump him in the river as well.
I don't know what you must do, but you must do something that I want to do. No, close that right now.
No.
Well,
Got the back open.
Firefighter, your wheels are broken.
I see that.
Mr. Mano,
What?
Oh my god!
I request you into another Discord.
No.
You're using ladder 2-5 at 54 quarters when they have a working ladder 4. Well, the reason for that is because ladder 4 does not currently have the ladder system on it. The ladder system is only being tested on 25 at this time. It will be implemented once we ensure that it is working as expected. The thing about SoNY medics is that whoever drives them doesn't know how to drive. Hey Blig, that sounds like an idea for mandatory chauffeur certifications for medics and ambulance vehicles.
I can drive if I actually want to drive. I'm just kind of, trying to kill Cookie right now.
But we don't exactly have like a full EMS bureau yet.
Exactly.
Technically, that's drive.
Poke, please tell me you're gonna add like a striker to the back and on to this ambulance.
No.
No, I didn't design it to have an interior box for no reason.
What are you, Mars? Aren't you?
Yes, I'm slow. Shut up, you.
You're a developer. What?
Yeah, we all know I'm a crappy developer.
Weird. Come on.
Oh my god! Poke, help, poke, help, poke, help, poke, help, poke.
Chasing ladder 2 for the mud flaps.
I was driving that day. It was not fun. They're my mud flaps now.
For those of you who are on EMS, enjoy it while you can, because once the medical bureau starts up, boy oh boy, is it gonna be a fun time.
Yeah, Blake, I'll have you deal with that, okay?
I think people are gonna have mental breakdowns. They can't drive an ambulance anymore.
Mars, for a second I thought you were hack, and I'm like, what?
Yeah. What?
Look, did you just look at clapped you?
Yeah. I saw the underscore and then clapped you, and then I thought you were hack for a second.
Can someone deploy the outrigger on this ladder?
Yes, I can.
And let's see if a human can stop it.
Oh no, Cookie has tried that several times. It doesn't work.
I swear to God, Cookie, I can't say that on stream.
Even so, you could just short jack it.
Poke, I was gonna.
What just happened?
I swear to God, I'll rip your vocal cords out.
Mano is gone. The outriggers are too powerful.
Someone clip that.
People in SoNY don't know how to drive when they're driving the ambulance or the NYPD cars. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to free access to teams and equipment. Hence why the whole SoNY thing is to train people. Because when you have departments that aren't open yet, so you make vehicles accessible to anyone, you get this.
You get this people screwing around and then the people actually trying to do it. I'll give you a prime example. A few weeks ago, I was actually trying to be genuine EMS. It was, ironically, I think there was an MBA, or there was an SBA. Someone stole medic and just started screwing around, so I respawned it. He broke out. Yes, he lost his mind, and he basically did a battle with the medics.
Poke, come in the station, please. Come here.
What?
Would you like a pepper?
What I would like is a new texture for this.
Shut up! I gotta redo this because it's so low quality. I gotta make a AK.
But no, Mano, look what I was saying before about where the blacks area is. It doesn't look right.
You told me to do that. I was like, all right, fine. It's not gonna
Yeah, let's not do that.
Maybe you should listen to the texture development, alright?
Let's not do that on the next textures.
I'm literally gonna remake this, and it's gonna be 8K. Alright. I'm gonna make it beautiful.
Remember the guy who hit Tower Ladder 2-3 because the driver is actually blind? How do you drive if you're blind? If you can't see the road, you can't feel the road either because you're sitting in your car.
We don't talk about the driver that tasted Hazmat 1's bumper.
No damage to Hazmat 1. Car dented.
I was just about to bring that up.
Man of the hood ornament.
Yeah, on rescue. Was it on Rescue 1?
It was either on Rescue or Squad.
I think it was Rescue.
If you scroll back up in memes, you can find it.
Yeah, I think it's in Rescue. Yeah, great meme.
Mano, you're a cunt for clipping that, by the way.
$5 for a can of Beppis.
Engine. Ladder. Battalion.
Bay before I kill someone. I need my medic.
That was really loud.
That's the point. It's an alerting tone, for fuck's sake. I'll take 9 then.
Oh! I didn't. I was tapped out. Medic, get off our ass!
Alright, we lost our light bar. NYPD, back up! Back the fuck up! We don't sit the battalion chief car on top of the fire building. What kind of logic is that?
Hey, Pope, can you bring me?
The unit in the game now.
Where's my chauffeur?
Are you dressed in a bullshit ass captain uniform?
Where's my chauffeur?
Get the fuck out of here. We're missing the ladder truck.
Mano, let me see your stupid captain uniform.
Look at your stupid EMS out.
Captain FDNY. That's
Poke, the building is on fire. No shit. That's why we fucking responded here. The MDT says that the building is on fire.
Fuck it, I'll do it myself.
My house is on fire. Oh,
Second engine on arrive. Engine 1, why are you all the way over there?
Wait, why is there
probably prepare my drugs.
I wanted hydrant. I didn't get hydrant.
There is no hydrant. Hydrants are non-existent in the SoNY map.
Wait, no, that's wrong. No, that's wrong.
Get away from me, sir. I gotta grab the wrench.
2-5 coming through, clear.
I swear to God, I have seen babies do better control than this. Why is NYPD all over the scene?
Because that's what police officers do when they get on fire scenes. They don't actually know what to do. They abandon their cars. They walk around. I mean, look at Mano County. That's what happens all the time, and no fire vehicles can actually get through and get onto the scene.
Look at me, I'm a firefighter.
The building's on fire. What do? I am fireman now. No, you're clearly a fucking NYPD cop. Go back to your car.
The building's on fire. The building's on. No shit.
You know the building's on fire. You should probably put
Evacuate.
a bit faster. You know, Chief.
No
Thanks
shit.
This striker has a lock. Cause I'm about to roll with the back open. Cause I'm gonna go back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back up to the
Strike
gang post.
have a lock. There's also in the newer version the automated system where
So,
they
Poke,
ride.
did I just get my?
Oh, look at that shot. Oh, that's pretty.
Poke, did I just get my evoc revoked? My chauffeur cert?
Yeah.
Did you see what I did?
No.
Firefighting, get out of here before
I
rich
moved
tool
the
and I
ammo
slam
with,
your fucking skull in.
the back open and that side door open.
Do traffic duty.
PD, you're blocking the way.
PD, you are not supposed. Oh, I got this. I got this, Brian. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Civ fucking takes the car and moves it out of the way so fire can get through.
Look, I need a helmet. I don't look like a.
Look, that's how the FDNY does it, right? We just
Whose car is that?
Huh?
Fuck. Whose car is that? NYPD traffic has no idea who fucking owns the car. Did anybody see that video of Ladder 4?
Yeah, I saw that one.
You were in the way, you idiot.
Zombie says, at PokeCop1234, can you tell Mano to get on Phasmophobia?
Grab Novocaine. Okay, I'm gonna put this Novocaine in places I didn't know Novocaine could go. Poke, he's stealing my NYP or FDNY ambulance. I'll get your car back. I'll get your cruiser back. Just let me drive. No cruiser for you. Back.
Hey, Chief Poke, it's been like almost an hour and we haven't gotten the primary search yet. What's the hold?
That's the truck company job, Kay.
Okay, your car is up the. Oh.
Truck ain't doing shit.
It's down. It's down.
Look, it's like real life. Look at all the people walking towards the command post.
Yeah.
Cookie, it's down 48.
I'm talking to the chief.
That it works.
Chief, I think
it is down.
Oh shit. Oh my god, for the first time in a long time, the 2017 Ladder 2 is responding. Holy shit.
Company has Down syndrome. They put the ladder on the roof and the fire.
Look at that queue spinning. Oh yes.
Going 2 miles per hour.
There we go. Now we are currently at a box alarm with 3 engines and 2 ladders and 1 battalion. But now we need to add... Oh wait, no, we have another... Yeah, Battalion 8's here. So 2 battalions.
I got the units because I can reset.
But this is a confirmed all hands here. This is a good one. Poke. Oh, hang on. Some of you guys will like this one. Hey, Poke, can I ask you an obvious question? Why does Firestone suck?
Because it's first.
Okay, that's you need more explanation than that.
By the way, Blig, you did a shit job. When you have rear mount, you're supposed to be almost past where the building is on fire, not directly in front of it. That's for middle mount. God damn. No.
Actually, his ladder placement, I'd say, is pretty good. He's right over the top of the center of the building. Sure, he could move and make way for other units, but I mean, when he was arriving, that looked like a good spot. And he parked it on the angle that he was supposed to.
Blake, can I be the replacement captain?
Oh, you are a shit captain.
Uh-oh.
You said you need all hands on deck, but I need one hand commando for a good while.
Oh god, hey, Mars.
What?
Deputy Nico made a clip of the drug quotes. Uh-oh.
Where would that be?
He sent it to me in DMs. I'll send it to you after the stream.
I got fucking Thanos snap.
Where's the other truck coming from? Oh, there it is. Who is that? Oh shit, 4 truck. Oh shit. Go get him, brothers.
We don't need ESU.
The waving flag on the back of the truck too? Yes.
Yes.
Now, Poke, we both know that scene isn't complete yet.
No, God, this can only end terribly. Oh, it's just I'm just gonna watch that major avenue in front of the Empire State Building. I think that's what is that? Oh no, we don't have a label for it yet. The one that is between 31st and 43rd. I'm just gonna watch that one. Oh, yes you. Oh shit.
Have a special rare catch.
Oh fuck.
Rescue 1, baby!
Old Division 3 just got here.
The manuals are just dying.
You just see Rescue 1 fling out from that intersection.
And then Division 3 comes right behind it.
It's been how long and we haven't even gotten a primary service?
It has been 30 minutes actually. We need one more engine in this one squad and that's what we can see. We need 65.
Somebody said, bruh, I never knew Poke curse. Oh, you didn't watch the Pokemon video, did you? Oh dear.
Poke, the only good trucks you've made are Truck 4 and Engine 4, because they are made by me.
He said the only good truck I've made. Oof. I died internally there. Guys, it's not a fire. The fire is just vibing at the coffee shop.
Wait, do we even have Engine 4 over here?
Engine 4 is not over here, no. This is Midtown. Engine 4 wouldn't really be on this call. What the f- I just saw some pieces of, like, ESU truck flying. Oh man, Midtown mob.
Oh, that fucking siren switch.
Hey Poe, give the fire coffee and then it will leave. I mean, it could work. In theory, it could work.
Technically coffee's made of water.
No. Wait, hold on. If we just given it its coffee, why is ES?
Yeah, majority of coffee is just water. Are you fucking kidding me? Highway patrol riding with the high risers up. Why? Why do they do this to me?
It's the Canadian. What do you expect? He's not American.
Oh god, the terrain from so far away just looks terrible. Even though it's like just snow on the sides of the curb, it makes it look like a giant mound.
I need to see it on the stream. Wow, you missed.
Here we have a wild Mallow is my name. He's currently standing up on the crosswalk, probably going to get run over by the highway patrol.
They're terrible. They can't even. You stopped the Dodge Charger.
The highway patrol drives like a wild beast, driving with the high rises up and crashing into the poles.
It looks like a tsunami.
Oh my god, what is this? Squad 18 in its natural habitat. Whoa, listen to its mating call of the Q2B.
Highway Patrol doesn't fuck it up. This would be a good
Yo, highway patrol's gonna fuck it up. Oh, no they didn't. Oh god. Oh my god, Squad 18 is responding with the Q.
Fuck! Why did you dodge me?
Cause it's a Dodge Charger.
Talking about the fucking.
We did it, boys. You have a 25 ball hands.
Let's see, 3 trucks, both, like, all of them parked on top of each other. That never happens. Okay. The engines are all next to each other. Squad is right there. Rescue 1 sort of cutting that area off. And then Engine 8's the only one parked, like, on the other side of the building. Oh dear, I turn on for 1 second and then there's the squad.
Squad is not having a good time.
Oh dear. I think we have an entrapped victim in the chauffeur seat of Squad 18.
Hit me a Halligan. I need a Halligan.
Probably mute yourself right now.
What?
How the fuck did you do that?
Yeah, unmute.
How do you do that? How do you do that? How do you melt the truck? Uh-oh, it's getting worse. Oh no.
One broke.
Oh god, it's gonna hit truck 4. Oh no.
Oh god. This can only end in tears. Look at the mud flaps though, you can very well see them now, Brian.
Yeah, there you go, Brian. You wanted mud flap.
It's a win-win situation. Well, win-lose. Lose a squad.
Also,
Let's just pretend that the squad doesn't exist for 2 seconds.
Poke, when are you gonna add the MDT to the computers?
Well, on the trucks themselves, that might not be for a while. That's more of just a design thing.
But with the Roblox update, with seats going to your head rather than above your head, you can actually like look at the computer now. And officers can actually direct the chauffeur. So
Poke, where are you?
Fire's out.
Can I drive one of the Chiefs back? Where's the 2020 Silverado? Where's the 2020 Silverado? Where's the? Did you not get the 2020 3rd Division?
Negative, because one of the door textures is missing.
What? Fix it.
I know, I did. Making more memes, Poke. You'll like the next one. Oh god. Deputy Nico has been clipping a bunch of the stream stuff and making memes out of it. I think they're pretty good.
Where are these memes?
I sent some of them in great memes before, where he did like the mating call of Poke. It was me saying Ferrara.
I'm driving Battalion 9.
Oh, wait. Am I in Harlem? How the fuck did I get in Harlem?
Wait, what? Poke, wait, what?
Motherfucker.
Poke, What do you mean you're in hard?
And I'm sliding now because he respawned when I... Oh, come on.
Poke, I can't see it on stream yet. Oh. Oh. Okay, there. No, you respawned the Battalion 9, you ass. Can I drive trucks still?
No. You can try, but good luck.
Watch me. No, just bad cooking. Oh, what the? Engine 1 be looking weird. I'm stuck.
Wait, so what else is on scene so far?
Everyone else has packed up everything, so I wouldn't respawn any more fire trucks.
Oh, okay. Wait, so... Okay. Never mind.
I hate this camera. I hate this Roblox glitch with the camera whenever I'm backing into a bay. Like, the truck isn't going anywhere that it's not supposed to. It's not doing anything wonky. But the camera just... makes it look like something's happening, like going bad, when it's not. Alright, parking brake is on. Cool. Alright, Engine 8, Battalion 8 being respawned. We do need more buildings. That's why I assigned developers to those assignments.
I can build more buildings.
We need a lot more buildings.
Hey Poke, what if I don't complete the assignment?
If you don't complete the assignment by the end of the period that I have given you, then a strike will be added to your account as a developer. Because you failed to contact me regarding any extension time, and also did not show any evidence that you actually did work on the project.
For fire houses and trucks that aren't going to be added to the game, are you still going to add the houses, but just like no trucks?
No, because that doesn't really make sense. It would be much easier to make the trucks compared to the houses.
So it'd just be a random building.
Nothing's better than having 9 days to complete assignment. Yeah.
You were given like a week. Or more. I actually think it's a week and a half. Let me check.
You gave me like a whole month.
Yeah. Let's see. To be completed. Mano is my name. K12 and chainsaw tool design by 1/10/21. That's a lot of time. That's 9 days right now. And that assignment was originally handed out 12/27.
Man, I'll make K12 now.
Do it.
Okay. Development.
Is Mano gonna do a K12 development stream?
I will fucking do it right now. But it's gonna be on Twitch.
Ew, yucky Twitch. I was actually considering that, I'm not gonna lie. I was actually considering moving the stream to Twitch because it wasn't working before with YouTube. But luckily I didn't have to do that.
Poke, I go make another building.
Yes, please. That would be very helpful.
What are you more looking for, like small residential or big skyscrapers?
I'm looking for more of that medium-size version of that.
Okay, so something like...
You know, you know how like you have all these skyscrapers, right? But then there's like the building on where ladder 2 is. Yeah. Where it like takes up a lot of space and decently sized, but it's not necessarily like a giant skyscraper. I would like to see some more of those too. I gotta add the updated Crumbler's Bakery. Alright, so the current time is now 4 o'clock EST. I think I should end the stream so that way all of us can get back to development on the game.
Cough, man.
How does that sound, everybody?
Oh, also you have to add the building near Rescue 1.
Yeah, the school.
No, the one I made.
Yeah. I know what you're. Yeah, somebody's interested in making the school across the street, which I actually like that design in real life. So if when they build it, that'd be a really cool addition to have.
Anyone does anything fishy, I swear to God, we'll be.
Yeah, don't do like school shootings or anything like that. That's against Roblox TOS, and you'll probably get banned from the game.
As well as one of us screaming at you in VC.
Yeah. So just before anybody gets any ideas, don't do that.
Hey, this streamer mode, it is dumb and bad. Disgusting.
More than likely, it will be me putting on a campaign hat and screaming at you.
Okay.
Imagine having a campaign hat.
Alright everybody, so we've been at this for almost 3 hours now. So I'd say that it's time to end the stream. Thank you so much for watching, asking your questions, and listening to what some of our plans are moving forward within this year. I will continue to keep everybody updated for any changes or updates or anything along those lines in terms of what's happening with the current status of the game. So, once again, thank you for watching. Please help us get to our goal of getting to eligibility for monetization. I'm still missing around 1,000 public watch hours, according to YouTube. So please help me achieve that goal, because any money that I get through the monetization program will go directly back into improving the content that you see here. Alright, I will see everybody in the next stream. Be sure to check out some of my frequently asked questions and answers videos or any other things that might give you some more information or insight. If you want to join this game, you can find several Discord links throughout my channel, several group links throughout my channel, and the group link also contains the link to the game on the actual group page itself. So that is all. I will see you all in the next one. Okay, bye.